Welcome, traders, to Blueprint. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen there.
Wrong screen. Hey,
Blueprint
get,
post for January 22nd, 2026. I'm your host, Peter Hartman, part of the marketing team here at TradersPost, alongside Sacred Prophet, the payout poppy, Tom Hartman, your friendly neighborhood coder. This episode is brought to you by BluSky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. But we'll tell you more about them later. Today's stream, we'll be talking about importing your trades into TradingView. As always, a quick reminder, everything we build here is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We're here to showcase what's possible with automation, not promise profits or predict your portfolio's future. With that being said, let's begin with the show. Hello there, Payout Poppy. Did you get your payout? Did it happen?
Sacred Prophet Prop Firm Payout Poppy. Say it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sacred Prophet Prop Firm Payout Poppy. That's the first and only time I'm going to say all that. So,
I don't know how it could be any easier than that. It's the smoothest, most alliterative musical term. All right. You should actually call me that instead of Tom from now on.
I know sometimes it can be a little tricky to get payouts, like actually get the money in hand. Do you have the money in hand?
It's already spent, baby. Already spent.
Would you buy more evals?
No, those Arc Raiders skins aren't going to pay for themselves. You have to go in store in order to buy those things for video games, which is why I'm doing all this. That's why this all matters.
Awesome. Well, Tom, we're going to be talking about importing your trades into TradingView. Is this something that's difficult, hard, something that people want, don't want?
It's something I've been wanting for a while because what will happen on when you're making a strategy on, well, let's say you're not dealing with TradingView and you are setting your signals into TradersPost in some other way, or you've mixed and matched strategies even on TradingView, and your signals that you have, you've changed some details, you change some settings, and you want to get a sense of, okay, how's my strategy doing? I like the idea of being able to export my trades from TradersPost and then plot them onto TradingView, but using the strategy tester, so that it actually like triggers the trades as it would in a normal one. The idea here is that it opens up analytical options. So if I have that script there with my trades all inside of it and it's plotted, well, maybe I can ask AI, hey, what if I were to filter these based on RSI overbought and oversold? Would my strategy perform any better? What if I included these other indicators and these other overlays? Would it make any difference? And so programmatically, like in the past, before AI, it'd be tedious in order to do that. Importing your trades is challenging for non-coders, and then wanted to filter it based on different settings. Well, now you have to consider a lot of different things. And it's more back and forth testing. It's annoying and tedious for people. But with AI now, it's like, hey, some of these ideas that were hard or impossible before are now downright normal or easy. So it's like, hey, let's give this a try. So I already created an initial version of this where with Pine Script agents, where basically I go into my dashboard on TradersPost. I go to the strategy that I'm interested here. Here I'm going to go to my scalping MNQ strategy. I'm going to go to my specific top step account here. Let's go to the let's go to the prop firm, the eval account over here. I click on trades, and then when I click on export, this will export a file to my computer. It'll be a CSV file that has my trades inside of it. Then within Pine Script Editor, I was telling it, hey, I have this file, right? Give me 1 second here, Peter. Let me just pull something up.
Go ahead and do that. We had a doubling up of your voice in the first minute of the stream with our nice banter there. That kind of fell flat because of my audio mistake. You think it matters?
We can redo it if you want.
Redo the banter.
Yeah.
Redo the genuine, sincere banter. Payout Poppy, Sacred Prophet. Hey, Adventure Trader, good to see you. What's up, fam? What's up? Good to see you, cuz. Good to see you. I hope your dentist visit was uneventful and that you kept your teeth for your family. You made me
I
laugh
don't
with
know.
that
Anytime
comment.
anyone looks at my teeth, it's an event. That never just happens casually. Um, all right. If we head back to my screen over here, the exported file for my trades is in this CSV file that's on my computer. Just take a look at it. I can see it here. Now, the issue that I've had before when I've done this, trying to do this for myself, is that you can't copy and paste this much content into an input field in TradingView. If you create an input.text area and try to paste this in, it'll only allow you to paste, I think, something like 3,000 characters, and that's it. So it makes it difficult. You can imagine if you have a lot of history here, what are you going to do? So the ideal situation here is that within the code with AI, it's able to grab that CSV. So I tell it about that CSV file, and it'll go ahead and break all that up, parse that up into an array of trades, trade types, trade prices, quantities, and all that sort of thing that happens here. Actually, this is not even the most efficient way of doing this. This should really be a UDT, so we'll fix that afterwards. But basically, it's using a Python script that's in Pine Script agents to parse the trades and then create a uh, create a strategy specifically that has all your trades inside of it. So no, this is not one of those interfaces where you can go and I can just paste any one of my trades within the TradingView Pine script. You'd actually have to go and through this process to generate a whole new replay script for the list of trades that you're looking to deal with. Does that make sense, Peter? Like over here right now, I have this strategy script. It's called TradersPost Trade Replay. And in here, there are no settings within the script in order to change what these trades are because the trades are hard coded directly into the code here.
Right.
But if you have to hard code that directly into the code yourself, like to go through and convert each one of these lines into that's the tedious part that you wouldn't want to do by hand. And so there's a function within PineScript editors that PineScript agents that have created that'll do this for you and create this whole file for you. So by the end here, the idea is that we'll have a new command within PineScript agents that you can just say, analyze my trades. It'll ask you, okay, give me your document with your trades. I'll go grab it and I'll create a new strategy script just for those trades, just for you.
Cool. Awesome.
So I was tinkering with it a little bit. Here, the trades that I'm recreating are trades that come from an automated strategy that I'm running anyway. My automatic strategy is called Duel, and I run it on MNQ on 15-minute chart. And I'm just doing that here so that I could, on the top chart over here, I'm seeing these are my automated strategy trades, and on top here are my trades that are being reflected from this the new script that we just created. So I'm noticing here there's a little bit of discrepancy. The entries are fine, but the exits are happening one bar too early. All right, so let me just tell that to the agents. The entries are happening fine, but the exits are happening one bar too early. I'm using Whisper in order to convert my beautiful voice into text content, which is unfair. The AI should be able to enjoy my dulcet tones directly, but alas, this is the world we live in.
That's one thing I find interesting about Claude Code. It's not multimodal, doesn't do images, doesn't do voice, but man, what it does so well. I heard that Anthropic is giving up on the game of doing chatbots. They're not trying to compete with chatbots and AI thing. They want to build infrastructure, which I say they're winning. And I know I don't understand why OpenAI wants to do all these chatbots. Like they came out of the gate, we're going to cure cancer, scientific research, and then it was like, oh, we can help you shop, kinda. And the voice mode went from Scarlett Johansson, her, to the most annoying, useless,
Siri, Cortana.
worse than Siri. It made it worse than Siri. I'm like, I've never like yelled at Siri curse words in 3 different languages. Merde. It's wild. Anyway,
All right, so
I wanted to.
this seems
So
to
we're
be
gonna be vibe coding. We're gonna be vibe coding this session. Is that what's happening here?
yes, we're vibe coding. seeing what this is like. All right, so the trades are happening on the bars. They should happen. I'm annoyed by these markers. Let's just take those off for a second. But I'm noticing the vibe coding part to me, Peter, is like half of what's fun for me. It actually annoys me to make all these things beforehand, and then I just
Right.
show everyone. I get barely any praise, and then I put it in the library. I don't know. Doesn't feel very good.
Doesn't feel very good.
Nah. Let's take away these signal labels. Okay. No, not that. All right. So again, the top one is the one we're experimenting on, and we're trying to match it to the one below. So you'll notice here that the trades are happening on the entries. They're happening where we expect at the close of the candle. Let's go back to another one over here. Happening at the close of the candle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's fine. But the exits are happening at the close of the candle too, when it shouldn't. It should happen at a specific part within it. Actually, yeah, exactly. Close, close. All right. So the exits are now happening on the right candle, but they are happening at the close of the candle and not when the specific price has been triggered. So can we set the flag on the parameter on the close orders, on the exit orders, to be immediately? And what do we need to do to make sure that they exit at that same price?
Isn't your context at
So
1%?
oh, it's fine. It'll compact and move over. What something that I like about the new Claude code, they keep updating it basically every day. It's been fantastic. Now Ultra Think is on by default.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. I guess you have to wait for Opus 4.5 and its efficiency to be able to do that, to turn that on, but it's real good.
Well, because everyone was just hacking it so that Ultra Think was automatically being sent with every
Not
one of your
everyone.
prompts.
Not everyone.
I mean, more and more people were doing it, and the people who are doing it are the ones who are min maxing the
Right.
system and who they have to optimize around, right? They're not for people like you who barely do anything with Cloud Code. They're not trying to optimize for you. They're trying to optimize for people like me. Who,
Barely do anything. Um, I like they didn't go the OpenAI route where it's like, we'll decide when you need UltraThink. You're like, no, 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 no.
yeah,
Turn that
yeah,
thing
yeah.
on
No, no.
all the time. That's what
Max
we don't
tokens,
need.
please. All right, we have an error here. The strategy exit function does not have an argument with the name immediately.
I bet your trader seems to like your idea here. He says, this is awesome, Tom.
Yeah, I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you very much for that. Um, immediately can only be used on strategy.close methods.
What the hell did you just
I,
say?
I was talking to John exactly about this sort of thing, John, earlier today about coding, and AI vibe coding does not remove the need to know how to code. All
Right.
right, your life is way harder if you don't know how to code. What it is that you're the manager who then gets to review what your subordinates provide to you. I really let you see these agents as these LMs as people, and you are their boss. And if you ask someone to make you a burger and they come back to you with a hot dog and you don't know what a burger looks like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna fail. All right. You have to know what the AI is doing. Unless you're fine with just, hoping.
Well, I don't know what
Because you
the
get
AI is doing. I think it matters how complex what you're building is, and if you're building something just for yourself, or for production, or for the world. We're not. Most of us are not here building enterprise level things, and the amount of things and useful things that I've been able to create with AI without knowing a lick of code. I mean, I'm not reading any code.
well, what I find happens is that there are things that you can provide to the AI that would make the AI's life easier and upgrade what you'd be doing if you knew those things existed.
Like
And
grep
so
or
you end
something.
up in situations where, sorry?
Like grep or the Ralph Wiggum loop or something like that.
Sure. I mean, those are, yes, those are certain types of things, but I mean, even just tools. So if Cloud Code is doing something and it's like, okay, I'm going to use this service, and you don't know that that service is like 5th on the list, and there's like
Right.
tons of other services that are better than that, or cheaper, or easier to use, or matches what you do, and all that. All of a sudden, now you're delving into this area you might not even have to have dealt with.
Right.
Um,
That's where you
I
use
want to
another
let's remove
AI.
all the markers from the page. No labels, no nothing like that. We'll just have the trade show on the chart. You're saying?
That's where you use another AI to evaluate the plan. ChatGPT 5.2 is pretty good at that, although I've never used Pro.
Yeah, so you can always do that. I'm just saying that if you people think, okay, it's going to replace coding. No. If you know how to code, you become a 10x coder.
Right.
If you don't know how to code, all it does is make you a coder.
Right.
It doesn't make you any better than just an average junior coder. And so the
But going
knowledge of
from,
what it's actually doing is super, super useful. Yeah.
well, for someone like me, going from zero coding, like not a coder at all, to coding is to me a greater leap than a coder going 10x, because that's something they could have done but slower, and this is something that I can't do and now can. So basically,
Sure.
it's the blind can see, the lame can walk, the dumb can speak, and with coders, it's just like now you speak like Cicero, and you're like, okay, well, that's one level of usefulness. I like mine
Well,
better.
that's why there's so much talk nowadays of 100x engineers. Have you
Okay,
heard
right?
this new term?
No,
People go, okay, yeah.
no, I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that would be. By the way, all you engineers out there, I see you people on X and you're vibe coding all these features and all these cool things. Um, for the rest of us, for us normies, unless we see the thing that you made something that's cool. Like it doesn't matter that you're telling us that you made all this stuff. We need to be able to see it. It's one of the reasons I like Blueprint. Tom, he codes these things and you see it on stream whether it works or it doesn't, and it has an impact there. So I love those posts where you hear, "Oh, I let my cloud code run for 24 hours and I built this cool thing." But I want to be able to see that thing and use that thing to some degree. Just saying. I think there's a lot of like liars out there saying that they are doing things with Cloud Code and they're not.
All right. So the immediately thing is not going to work. I just realized because strategy.close, you cannot set a limit order. And so it's happening immediately, but not where I need it to happen. So I need this because the script already knows what bar the trade should close at. I need to create the close order, the exit order, one bar before, or at least one bar before, so that the limit order can fire on the bar that we're on. So just to make that a little bit clearer here,
Are
right
you
now you're
talking to
going to
the
see
AI or to us?
to you.
Okay.
So over here at the top over here, you see this pink triangle. The order is happening at the close of this red candle, but I need it to happen exactly at this price down here to reflect what that break even trade is. The problem is that the order is being created on this candle, and so when you create an order on the candle that you're on, the earliest that order can execute is at the close of that candle. So
Right.
I need to actually create the order here and make it a limit order to say, hey, close at that price at the whatever the price that I need to. But it needs to happen on the bar before. So let's
But I
try to
don't
tell
understand.
the AI
I
this.
thought we're importing trades from TradersPost.
Yes, but we're trying to import it in such a way as to use the strategy tester backtesting feature of TradingView. If I just wanted to plot the trades on the chart, I could, and it would happen
Okay.
exactly where it needs to be
I
plotted.
see.
But I want to use the actual engine there, and so then I need to feed these, or I have to recreate these orders as they would be created, so that they can be plotted on the chart properly.
Well, we should rename the title of the episode because it's not just import TradersPost trades, it's backtest strategy.
Sure. We need to actually. Oop, 1 second. We need to actually create the order at least at the bar before the exit, so that it could be a limit order using strategy.exit in order to close the order. Wait, would that work? Let's see. No, wait. Actually, it should be a stop limit order. Because if we did just a limit order, the trade will exit at that price or better, but we wanted to exit only at that price. We want to stop limit order. Peter, my life is very different since being introduced to TradersPost. The things I consider for how I should trade and how I should set up either manually or my automated trades, the way I look at the markets is completely different. And then you add on top of that prop firms, and I feel like a reborn person from just a few years ago. I get it. I made my payout for prop firms, but like I've made money trading before, but making that money trading before felt like doing it not by accident, but per chance. Whereas this feels far more deliberate and far more sustainable.
Born again trader, TM.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so it's exiting beforehand. This is not good. Let me take a screenshot here and send that off to the AI. All right, so the trade is happening on the bar before, but it's firing immediately on that candle. I need the order to be created, I guess, at the close of that candle. No, it is already happening at the close of that candle. So why is the trade not exiting exactly at the price it should exit on the bar that it should exit? Why is it happening one bar before? I love stream of consciousness for AI. I'm going to switch to plan mode because I don't need to actually do anything. I just wanted to talk. I could just do /plan, but I find that's a little bit finicky. I don't know if you're using that, Peter. You
I
could just
don't. I
type and do
do shift tab.
/plan.
No, I do
Yeah.
shift tab, and I find that my outputs are way better if I do plan first. I almost
Don't do
always
that.
do plan first, unless it's a super basic question that they don't need to research anything. And to your point about knowing how to code, okay, if you don't know how to code, or even if you do, read the plan, understand the plan.
Okay.
If there's a part of the plan that you don't understand, go and check it out or ask for more clarification, because you'll catch things. It'll go down some rabbit hole, some road that you don't want to go, assume something that you didn't intend. So I know it'd be useful to know how to code so you can review the code. But if you're like me and you're just a vibe coder, read the damn plan and understand it. If you don't understand that plan, don't execute it. And you get better at reading the plans the more you do it. You start learning and understanding what it's doing. And asking the AI to give you ideas is an excellent thing to do.
Okay.
For
So the AI
example,
was telling me. Yeah, go ahead.
like I'll if I don't know where to go, I'll be like, okay, I have this problem, and give me 5 ideas. Give me 3, 5 ideas that could solve this, and in plan mode, and that way I can learn. Then it'll tell me, oh, you can get the market data through here, but the pricing is this. You can get it from here, but it's open source. You can get it here, and it gives you those options. That way, maybe you're not using the fifth best thing when something out there is better. Start using the AI for more. It's like you figure out you have a hammer and there's the nail, and people go a hammer and a nail, but that hammer could actually be useful for a lot of things, right? It could be a weapon, it could be a paperweight, it could be a lever, various things. So AI is not just about executing your commands, just coding for you. You can have a back and forth ideation, explanation, education, even while you're vibe coding. Tom, what are you seeing there?
Just here, the Claude code is telling me that it can't do what I'm asking it to do. It wants to do the calculations directly. No, I don't want you to do that. It says it can keep the strategy order and accept approximation. No, hybrid approach. Use strategy orders for execution, but show calculated P&L for no. It wants to do a hybrid approach where it enters in manually, but then does the calculation afterwards. I don't want that. So let's. This is where knowing how to code is like useful. So what we want is, if we take a look at this order for strategy exit. Wait, why do I only have one strategy exit? Exit. I'm only seeing longs being exited here and not shorts. All right, let's try this.
Mike Davis with the like drop. Thank you, Mike Davis.
I don't want any approximation. I don't want any compromise here. I need the exits to happen exactly on the bar and at the price that it needs to. And so you need to create this order as a strategy.exit on the bar before the exit would fire with a stop limit price so that the exit will match. I also need you to remove all the debug and login information that we added before. And also, when I'm looking at the script, I'm only seeing long entries and trades. I'm not seeing any of the short ones. So make sure you have the shorts in there as well. One of my favorite tweets I've saw recently was someone saying, "I vibe coded my app. I vibe coded 90% of my app in 20 minutes, and the last 10% took 3 months."
3 months. I totally agree. It's funny. I'll get ideas up and running, and it's that last 10%, that last 5%, and you get stuck there. But um, it's important to have that, because if it was smooth sailing for everybody, no trouble, there'd be no edge. There'd be no gain. If you are willing to sit there and bang your head against the wall and figure things out, and figure it out in such a way that you can avoid those problems in the future and accomplish your goals, this is the opportunity. You do not want to live in the world where everybody and their grandmother can just get an app from beginning to end, no problem, no sweat. It takes 30 minutes and they just say it and it speaks it into existence. Because then the value, the cost of all apps go right down, and you're not going to be charging anything for what you're putting out there. Mr. Exit Liquidity from Mike Davis throwing shade here. Or wait, is he Mr. Exit Liquidity or am I Mr. Exit Liquidity? I don't like that
Your
this is
exit
catching on.
liquidity.
I don't like that this is catching on, Tim. This is not good, Tim.
Ah,
All right, what do we got going on screen? Let's do a check of the vibe code check, and then we're gonna hear. We're gonna move on to another thing here real quick.
yeah, we just went into vibe mode over here, in plan mode over here, where we're just confirming what we needed to do. And so yeah, it's going to be placing the exit order on n-1, so the bar beforehand is going to create a stop limit order, and the trade should exit when we expect it to exit. So while that's running, you want to go ahead and get a word from our sponsors.
Let's do it. This episode is brought to you by BluSky. If you're looking for a prop firm built for real traders and that's automation friendly, meet BluSky. And when you pair it with TradersPost, it just clicks. BluSky is a best-in-class prop firm with same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. They also offer launch plans starting at $49. And if you're a first-time subscriber, use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan. Get funded with BluSky, execute with TradersPost. Sign up today at blusky.pro. That's BLUSKY.pro. And plug in your edge. Trading involves risk. Use proper risk management. I think I cut it off just before the end there. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Should I replay it? I don't know. Well, I'll just tell you, blusky.pro, go ahead, use welcome26. They have a promo for your first launch plan. So it's first time users, one per user. Launch plans, you get 50% off. So go ahead and check that out. BluSky is a sponsor of the show. Really great group over there.
It's funny, Mike's the number of BluSky accounts that Mike now has just keeps growing. Because at first he was comfortable with his existing accounts, and I was like,
Right.
"Hey, BluSky's really creeping up there." So it's pretty funny.
Nice. I want to. Did you have something to say before I let people know?
No, go for it.
All right. While Tom is, this is the wrong camera. While Tom is working on that project, we're going to get another snapshot in just a moment. I want to remind you that TradersPost does more than just Blueprint. Yes, we do Blueprint every week, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can watch Tom vibe code, indicators, strategies, utilities, present things to you. Not everything is vibe coding. But there is also vibe coding with Claude Code. We do that here every week, but we also do an aftermarket commentary show on Friday called After Hours. Tom and I would sit down, we shoot the breeze, talk about the markets, talk about our experience during the week, maybe with trading, going on tilt, things like that. Love for you to be there with us. Then there's also Price Action Live. Tom and Mike, they trade the open, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They use TradersPost and they use prop firm accounts in order to trade the open. So if you're trading at the time or you want to watch, come by and hang out. And if anybody out there is interested in maybe coming on stream, we're open to that. So reach out. Maybe you can start your live streaming career here on TradersPost. Or maybe you're already out there doing something, you want some more exposure. So reach out to us, and we're looking for that. And please know that we have um, a series called Alphas, formerly Trading Bot Sessions. Alphas is an interview with successful traders in the space, quants, different things. Mike Christensen does an excellent job interviewing these folks, and you can find out their strategies, the way they think, invaluable information. To me, I consider it to be a masterclass. Those episodes are live right now on the channel, so we make sure to like and subscribe. And we really want to thank you so much for giving us your time here and watching our streams. Tom, where are we at?
I don't think I'm able to solve the problem here because it's written in the right way and it just doesn't seem to work here. So we have the strategy exit call that's happening, but it's happening at the close of the candle. If I do it on the bar beforehand, it just doesn't work. And if I use close for immediately, we can't set the price. So it'll happen. Oh, wait a second. That might work. Close immediately at that price. Actually, that might actually work. Let's try this one last thing. All right. Let's update you. All right, let's try this. Strategy.exit is not working. So let's go back to using strategy.close with the immediately parameter set to true. And what we're going to do is that we're going to check within that bar if the exit price that we're dealing with has been crossed. And if it has, then we'll go ahead and fire that the close order. Since we're using use bar magnifier, we'll have access to the 1 minute. But within the script, you'll have to go ahead and request the 1 minute data so that you can take a look from the array of candles that I brought back to you. You'll be able to see if the cross has occurred. Yeah, you need to do that because you need to see if internally in that candle it's happened. So try to give that a shot and see what happens. All right, this will be the last thing that I try here. Basically, the idea is that I'm on the 15-minute chart. And so I can have the script go and grab all the 1 minute bars within that 15-minute candle that I'm in and check to see if a cross has happened within that candle. Because at every moment the candle goes for, there's 15 1-minute candles in a 15-minute bar, and I'll check every one of those minutes to see has the price crossed, and if it has, go ahead and fire the order. Let's see if that's going to work. Let's see if that's going to work. That's the sort of thing you would never even consider if you didn't know about coding. Like even the AI is not considering that idea of using a request lower time frame in order to do this. Actually, I should give it the information. It might not even know about it.
Interesting. Have you folks vibe coded anything out there? Please let us know. I'd like to know what you've created. Have you tried Claude Code? Are you finding it something that's useful to you? Is there something that you want to try vibe coding? Maybe it's not even indicator related or trading related. I know I've been generating. So I use OBS, which is a open source streaming utility that allows us to stream this content and do all the changes and all the things that we like. There are scripts that you can create for OBS for like overlays and different behaviors. And I've been actually using Claude Code in order to do that. In fact, I might on a different channel, I might be showing people just cool things that you can do. Not everything is as complicated as vibe coding indicators for Pine Script. I don't know how much Pine Script optimization is done in the pre-training when it comes to AI, but there's some simple things you can do with code that is very useful. For example, I have a folder on my computer. It's a watch folder. Whenever I have a document, so let's say I do a deep research using ChatGPT, or I just create something. I want to learn something, so I ask AI to give me a bunch of information about something, but I don't want to read it on my phone. I don't want to read it on my computer. I download the document to my computer, PDF, text file, Word document, and I put it in this watch folder. And I Claude Code vibe coded a tool that will watch the folder, convert whatever file I put in there into an EPUB, and send it off to my Kindle automatically. So now I never have to think about it. All I have to do is drag this file into this folder. It's right there in my Finder, and then I get my information on my Kindle. And then I'm in the bathroom or I'm going out somewhere. I know I'm going to have to wait in line, or maybe I'm going to bed, but I don't feel like sleeping, but I don't want to be looking at my phone. I can pull out the Kindle and read and study and save things. That's something that maybe it's easy to code. I don't know, but I just asked Claude Code, "Can you do something like this?" And it was able to make it, making my life that much better.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to accept 90% because it's not going to work the way I want it to. It would only work on real-time charts. The problem with the solution that I wanted to implement is that when we are dealing with historical bars, we don't actually it's not the bar isn't iterating on the historical bar for every one of the tick updates for that. There's a snapshot that's happening. And so there could be, 1 to 3 snapshots or so happening within that bar. And what's going on is that I wanted to pull the 15-minute candles, the 15 1-minute candles, but it's not doing that. It's like pulling them either all at once or in batches, and it can actually get the cross. And so it's not firing when I'm expecting it to. But the 90% to me is good enough because what happens here is that now that they're plotted on the chart where I need them to be plotted, I could always go ahead and use the same script, the same code here, and now ask AI, hey, what if I wanted to filter out the trades based on RSI? Can you just plot on the chart what the RSI was at the time, and what would I need to do, or what can be done in order to filter out some of the false positives? Um,
What is
that's the
that? Is
sort
that
of thing that I like to do. Sorry, go ahead.
like a poor man's back test or something?
Well, it's not just a back test. Like you are going back over the history of your trades to be like, if I traded differently, if I took out all the trades between 9:30 and 11 o'clock, is my performance better?
Mhm.
Like that's very useful to know. We're gonna have stuff like that inside of our analytics package later on. But what I like about doing it on TradingView is that you can decide. I have a whole library of indicators, right? You might subscribe to all kinds of indicators, and you might be like, okay, let me filter these results based on those other indicators. Like just let the script that we have, we can say, okay, let me input some other sources and ask AI, what if I wanted to take one of these sources and filter out the trades accordingly, so that when I am overbought or oversold, or if the price is this many bars after a pivot or whatever it is there a way for me to get better results out of it? What's always been very useful for me when I used to do strategies for other people, and even when I do stuff for myself, is I want to see what my perfect setups were. Like I'll take a trade and be like, hey, this maybe I don't even know the exact details that I had for a particular setup, but it turns out that if I look at my most profitable trades, if I add 3 more indicators on the chart, oh, it turns out, let's see over here, if I go on my chart, if I go and I add some other indicator, and let me put the 2 hour for this 1 second. So I could put some other indicator on the chart, and let's say toss some moving averages on. And if I do that, I might see that, hey, these orders here where it's happening after 12 o'clock, a trend forms. Oh my God, that's where I'm actually better at trading. Let me just go into my list of trades here that we plotted, and let's go take a look. And we can see here on this one, it made $416 or did 82 basis points. And I might be like, hey, how do I recreate this trade? This trade seemed like a pretty good one. Oh, it happened right in the middle of a 15-minute candle. Oh no, actually, it happened because of a 3 sigma event. What if I just traded 3 sigma events, or what leads up to 3 sigma events? Or I might take a look over here and see my trades. Hey, and this is something we don't have in TradersPost. I can see what the excursion was for the trade. That means this trade where I made $82 on actually went up as far as $134 and as low as $30. Well, how do I capture more of this upside? Right? How do I claim more of it? If I look over here, this trade went up to $237 before it dropped to 17 and stopped me out. Maybe I should have a break even in there that says, hey, if I get above $100, make sure I lock in $50 so I never have these negatives. Well, these are things you're not going to be able to surface easily just by staring at your trades. It's useful to have them on the chart, have them available to your AI, and work back and forth with them in order to get to build out a better strategy.
That's good to know. I never really thought it could get that granular and you can get that specific when it comes
That's right,
to.
Peter. You didn't think. That's your problem. That's why your exit liquidity.
I'm not even in, okay? I can't be exit if I'm not even in. All right.
Peter, shake my head at you. Shake my head.
Really appreciate you folks watching out there. It's been a lot of fun. Let us know if there's anything you want to see in the future. We're always looking for great ideas. I think that's it. That's it.
All right, Pine Script agents, I'm going to be uploading something where you're going to have a function that'll convert your orders into your trades that you export from TradersPost into a script like this, so you can plot on your chart. Just keep in mind, it won't be perfect. It'll be good enough in order for you to move forward. But you can rest easy in the fact that if I can't do it, no one can.
And on that note, as always, everyone, happy trading.
Happy trading.